Alright guys, in this video we are going to be learning about a range. I'm talking about a range of numbers. So this is also a cool way that we can create a loop without a list. And if you're scratching your head and you're like, okay, well what the heck are we going to loop through then? Well, that's what I'm going to teach you guys. So make a for loop and then name the variable anything you want. I will just name my variable x. And usually we said something like in list. And then you wrote the list name. But what if we just said we don't have anything to loop through? But I want to have this loop occur 10 times. I want something to occur 10 times. Well, what we can do is we can write range. And inside here 10. What this is pretty much saying is okay, the loop through this. This is pretty much the same thing as making a list really quick. So probably easier if we just see. So right now x is equivalent to the numbers 0 through 9. Since remember computers start counting at 10. Now you can actually do anything. 10 times it doesn't even need to involve x. So if you just did this, I printed out Mahesh is awesome 10 times. There's actually a really good program for people with a self-confidence. Mahesh is awesome. You know what? I'm awesome. Alright. So enough of that. And let me actually go back to X, because I want to show you guys some other things. And another thing, whenever you want to clear out your console, because I don't know, maybe it's just annoying, just hit this little trash bucket button. But anyways, just minimize that. Alright, so back up to here. So of course whenever we print this out, X is equivalent to the numbers 0 through 9. Now we can also do something out. And that's this, instead of just writing 10 right there, we can actually give a range of numbers. So by default it starts at 0. Now let's say that we wanted to start x 5 and we wanted it maximum of like 12 or something. Alright, so press run and check it out. So now it starts at 5 and it loops all the way until it gets to 12. So when we don't have two numbers, then it starts at 0. Implicitly, when we have two numbers, we have a beginning and the end. Now the last thing is, what happens when we do this with three numbers? You might be thinking beginning, middle, end. Well, not exactly. The first one is what number do you want to start at. The second one is where you want to end that. And the third one is your increment. So this means count from 10 to 40, but do it in steps of 5. So 10, 15, 20, so on and so forth. So pretty freaking sweet. So again, if you ever want to specify by how much you want to count by, this is how you do that. Now I guess I have time in this video to show you guys about the only other loop I want to talk to you about right now. This is called a while loop. Now the while loop is a special loop that loops as long as a condition is true. So you don't explicitly give it either a list, you don't give it a range of numbers, you just said okay, just keep looping until this one test equals false. So let me show you quick example. Make a variable called butcrack. If you don't name it, but correct your program, use the keyword while. And after this, we give a simple test. So if butcrack is less than 10, and just do something, we'll just print out butcrack now, of course. So anyways, what's going to happen in this case is this. Well, 5 is always going to be less than 10. So if we just run this right now, as you can see, it keeps printing out 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 forever. So what we need to do, and clear this out. So what we need to do is, we need a way to change the value of butcrack to increase on every single iteration of the loop. So if you write butcrack plus equals 1, what this line of code here does is, it adds 1 to butcrack every time. So the first time this loop occurs, it's going to print out 5, and then add 1 to butcrack. So the next time the loop occurs after that, butcrack is now equal to 6. And it does this, as you can see, all the way until this variable, butcrack equals 10. 10 less than 10. Well, no, it's not. So since this is false, that's where your program knows to stop the loop. So again, that's a while loop. And for the test you need a way to change the variable in here. So if you never change it, and it keeps running over and over and over again, this is called an infinite loop. And it's not very good for your computer. because it could actually crash your computer, so don't do that. So again we learn about range. We learn about while loop. So hope you enjoy. See you next time. Subscribe, thank you.